My fiancé has left for a work trip. He won't be back for 3 days. I dislike staying in this old house by myself. Just knowing that I'm living in a house built in the 1800s spooks me at night. The house is dull gray, and the roof matches it in a perfect hue. He has been living here for some time and enjoys the solitude. I'm a city girl, and I have reservations about the house, the road that leads to it, and the quiet that engulfs it all. No, it isn't utterly quiet, but it's quiet enough to notice the sounds that don't belong. I work from home. He works as a manager at a downtown retail store. He used to swing by after work to see me. This past year, though, he has been staying later and later. By the time he finishes work and drives to see me in my old city neighborhood, it's often past midnight. We decided our relationship couldn't go on that way. Since my job is the most flexible, I moved in with him. I'm 24, and he's a couple of years older than me. I've told my fiancé a few times about the strange feeling I get from this place, about the unusual sounds. He just says,
Look, I know it's a big change, but you have to admit, it's a lot safer here than your old neighborhood. This town has a certain rhythm. Once you're acquainted with this place, you'll be a new you.
You might ask what kind of noises exist in a remote area. It's a different kind of noise than the city. Our water well sits at the mouth of our long driveway, where it meets the town's main road and a few shops. It's the kind of well you might stop to look at. Old stone, faded rope, the sort of pretty that belongs to another time. Maybe that's what draws them out this way. Even at night, I hear the townspeople and the commuters passing by the entrance to our property. Their voices carry unnaturally clearly through the quaking aspen trees, as if the long driveway doesn't exist at all. I hear them laughing and talking, sometimes about Protocol 15 initiated or Protocol 423 completed, sometimes about their spouses, sometimes about whatever show they're streaming. The townsfolk have a name for the commuters, connectors. They call the company they work for the data empire. Its main complex is only a few miles west of here in the larger neighboring town. The population there is around 3,500, with more than half working for the company or its vendors. They come from all over, my town, neighboring towns, and some from even farther away. They say the company only recruits the best and the brightest. My fiancé doesn't work for them directly, but one of their vendors owns the retail chain he manages. I'm not really a homebody, so I try to get out of the house whenever I can. On my evening walks, I mostly pass the commuters, the connectors on the road. The dusk crowd wears different faces, but they're all the same. Their conversations full of functions and classifications, something along the lines of F of X and D, EE29, and their data empire. A couple of months ago, on a sunny afternoon, I even tried starting a few conversations with them. They were all wearing their data empire t-shirts. Odd-looking shirts, if you ask me. The logo shows an oval-shaped head with lines jutting out from the sides, a pointy nose, crooked lips, and a single eye in the middle. There's something off about it. Almost human, but not quite. Some nodded a hello, but quickly went back to talking data. After a few solid attempts, I came to a conclusion. I don't speak data, and they don't speak social. Just recently, on my way to the new coffee shop, I was walking the long stretch of road past my house toward the next property. Another pair of them rollerbladed past, chatting about moonless nights on their way to the coffee shop. Then, from the narrow trail that ran alongside the boggy patch on her property, where the ground smelled faintly of damp earth, I noticed a figure approaching. She was a silver-haired woman wearing large beaded earrings and carrying a basket of cranberries. She studied me for a moment, as if she could read more than I was saying out loud.
"Don't take it too personally, dear,"
she said, her voice warm yet knowing.
"Some folks are just algorithm."
I must have looked confused. Them?
Them.
She nodded toward the road.
The connectors. They spend all day at the data empire's main complex over in the next town. They bring them in from all over the world. Only the best and the brightest, they say. Pluck them right out of their lives and plug them in over there.
She gestured vaguely to the west with her basket of cranberries.
Something gets lost in the data.
The casual, ominous way she spoke sent a chill down my spine. She stepped closer, setting her basket down on an old roadside bench streaked with moss.
I'm Mrs. Bear.
She said, extending a hand.
You must be Hensel's fiancée. Kate, isn't it?
The name clicked. Mrs. Bear. Hensel had pointed out her property to me once on a drive, a mile down this very road. My nearest neighbor. Recalling that conversation now, I remember how relieved I was to have a normal conversation, how the words nearly spilled out of me. Yes, it's so nice to meet you. I was beginning to think I was the only social one around here. She smiled knowingly.
This place is uniquely different. But sometimes...
She paused, her expression shifting.
Are you fitting in all right?
The question caught me off guard. Mostly, I said, hesitating before I gave in. It's just, I'm still getting used to everything.
Listen, Hensel is a good man, but you've still got to take care of yourself, even here.
She said, her gaze drifting toward a few people wearing that same odd t-shirt. Her eyes lingered on the logo, as if it meant more to her than she wanted to say. Her smile thinned before turning serious. She reached into her basket, tucked a handful of cranberries into a small brown paper bag, and pressed it into my hand.
I'm going to sell the rest at the farmer's market,
She said softly.
but we should get together sometime soon.
Then, with a brief nod, she turned and headed down the path. I watched her go, my mind catching on that t-shirt. Hensel has one just like it. When I came home, I asked Hensel about the Data Empire t-shirt he wore to the town party. You know, I've noticed everyone who works in the Data Empire wears that odd shirt, I told him. He just laughed it off.
Oh, that? They're the tech giant that just bought our parent company, all corporate branding, babe.
I didn't press it, but I remember saying, that logo? It has something unsettling about it. It's like a bad emoji, trying to look human, but falling short somewhere in between. He only smiled.
It's all boring company strategy stuff. Nothing to worry about.